Hello everyone. Today we got business analyst interview questions from someone who interviewed at JPMorgan. So he shared the questions and even the job description, which you will can check in the next slide. So like always, we are giving you the real questions and answers. So if you find it helpful, give us a thumbs up and it means a lot to us. And please drop a comment letting us know what you liked in this session. And friends, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. At CareersTalk, we love sharing useful business analyst knowledge with you. So thanks for being here. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the job description for which that person applied. So you can see that. Okay, so let's talk about the questions and answers for which you all are here. Okay, so the very first question is, how do you strike a balance between understanding business processes and leverage the technology to enhance the efficiency? And can you provide an example from your past experience? As a business analyst, I spend time talking to people in the company to understand exactly how they do their jobs, what steps they follow, and what challenges they face. So this helps me to get a clear picture of the business processes. Then I look at the tools and technology which are available. So I try to find ways to use these tools to make the business process smoother, faster, and more efficient. Now, this could involve using new software, automating repetitive tasks, or introducing a more effective way of managing the data. Now, in a previous role, in one of my previous projects, we were working on improving the customer support process. So by talking to the support team and understanding their daily tasks, we identify that a lot of time was spent on a repetitive inquiries. So we introduce a customer relationship management, a CRM system that could automatically handle the common customer queries. Now, this not only reduced the workload for the support team, but also allowed them to focus on a more complex issues. So by understanding the business processes and using technology smartly, we made the whole support system more efficient. In a simple terms, it's about knowing how things are done and then using cool tech solutions to make them even better. So that's a simple answer. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this is little interesting and challenging question. So the question is, in a scenario where business requirements conflict with IT capabilities, how do you navigate and prioritize the stakeholder needs to ensure the successful project delivery? Okay, so the simple answer is, in a previous role as a business analyst in one of the banking organization, we were working on a new digital banking platform to enhance the customer experience. Now, the challenge was that the business wanted an extensive set of features that push the boundaries of the existing IT infrastructure, and particularly in terms of a real-time transaction processing and data security. So how I have tackled it? So very first thing which I have done is the requirement workshop. So I organized a comprehensive requirement workshop that involved representative from business units, compliance, security, and IT. Now this allowed for a holistic understanding of the desired features and their implications or their impact. Now second thing is compliance assessment. So given the highly regulated nature of the banking industry, I collaborated closely with the compliance expert to assess the impact of each proposed features on a regulatory requirement. Now, this step was crucial in prioritizing the features that not only met business needs, but also ensured the compliance with the industry standards. So the next thing is working closely with our IT teams. So what we have done, we conducted a thorough technical feasibility analysis for each requirement that involve assessing the scalability, integration capabilities, and the potential impact on the existing infrastructure. Now we consider factors, for example, volume of the transaction, concurrent user capacity, and the data encryption requirements. Now the next thing is risk mitigation strategies. So we have to identify the potential risk, especially in areas of data security and real-time processing. That's was very important for us. So we developed a mitigation plan and alternative solutions for high risk features to ensure a project continuity. Now, next thing is feedback. So to provide a clear understanding of the technical limitations, we created an interactive prototype that showcased the proposed features. Now, this allowed business stakeholders to interact with the system and provide the feedback. Now, user feedback played a crucial, important role in refining the priorities and identifying the features that are important for the initial launch. Next thing is that we recognized the constraints of the existing IT capabilities. So how we have done that? We developed a phased implementation plan. Now this involves prioritizing and delivering the core functionality in the initial phase while planning the subsequent releases for the additional features. So throughout this project, as a business analyst, I keep talking to everyone, whether it's a business folks, the tech people, everyone. So the regular status updates and the open communication channel ensured that the stakeholders were aware of the project progress and whatever the adjustment which we have made. So we needed to make sure that everyone know what was going on and if we have to change our plan. So by taking this approach, we successfully navigate the conflicts, prioritize the features based on the regulatory compliance and technical feasibility, and deliver a digital banking platform that met the immediate need of the business while allowing for a future enhancement. So the key lesson was the importance of balancing the business aspirations with technical realities in a highly regulated industry. So this is the sample answer. Let's move on. Okay, so the question is, this is specifically on ServiceNow. So because that was mentioned in the job description. So the question is like, can you discuss a project where you leverage ServiceNow modules for a process optimization? What are the benefits of ServiceNow and what were the lessons learned? So, but I guess this is applicable to any specific tool. ServiceNow is the most popular tool. I am sure like most of the people are aware about. So let's see the sample answer. Okay, so we were working on improving how our IT department handle requests and different incidents. So in place of using a bunch of different tools, we decided to bring in ServiceNow to streamline everything at one place only. So we used ServiceNow modules to create a clear process for handling requests. So for example, when someone needed help with their computer or had a question, they just submit a request through a ServiceNow. So this request would then follow a set path, right? So to make sure that the right people were notified and the problem got fixed quickly. So we have different SLAs in ServiceNow, a lot of things in the ServiceNow. So the benefit is like, first of all, this is pretty awesome tool. Everything was in one place, one spot. So no more bouncing between the different tools. So this saved a lot of time. And because of the process was more organized, we could have tracked the progress of request. And we have to make sure that nothing got lost in this shuffle, right? So employee got faster and more efficient service, and the IT team could handle the task more effectively. So the lesson which we have learned is that now we did few things along the way. So it's very important to involve everyone who will be using this service now from the start, because their input help us to tailor the system to their needs. Also, the other important thing is the training. Do not forget that. So we made sure that everyone knew how to use the new system to avoid any challenges, hiccups in the beginning. And of course, keeping an eye on how things were going that allow us to tweak the system for even better results, right? So if you have to summarize, leveraging ServiceNow was not just about having a fancy tool. It's about making our IT processes smoother and ensuring that the everyone could work more efficiently. So it was like a superhero sidekick for our daily tasks. Okay, so that's the simple answer. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so before we move forward, if you're still here, please click the like button. And also, we are welcoming all our business analyst subscribers who watch this whole session. You can join our business analyst WhatsApp group. Just hit that like button and comment subscribe to connect with us. Just put a comment subscribe, and I will share the details with you. So thank you, and now let's move on. Okay. Yeah, this is one more announcement. So if you are struggling to crack your interviews, you don't know like what's happening, what's your feedback, you can schedule a 1 hour mock interview session with me where I provide honest feedback at the end of the session. So it's like 30 to 40 minutes. I will have a different, questions which I'm going to ask, and then at the end I will give you the feedback like, okay, what are the things which you can work on. Or you can also schedule a 30-minute call with me if you have any queries or any other topic, or you just want to chat on anything. So I'm available. And these are of course paid option, but free options are also available. As and when I'm available, I can let you know. You can also drop me an email at sunandsharma@gmail.com. There is double R in Sharma, SUNANDSHARRMA@gmail.com. And please wait after you send a mail, because I got a lot of emails, so it will take some time. Normally I reply in weekends. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this is on specific on data. So you might have seen that there are a lot of questions which were asked on data analysis. So this is again a similar sort of question. You might have seen our previous interviews. So this is like a repetitive kind of question. So provide an example how you have used data insight to drive decision making in your role, and how you did your analysis that contribute to the success of a project or any initiative. So in the past also we have covered this, and today also we are just going to cover this in a brief. Okay, so let's imagine that we are trying to make a really smart decision for a big project. Now, data analysis is like having a superpower to understand what's going on. So let me give you an example. So let's say we were working on a project to make our company website better. Now the goal was to attract more customer and keep them happy, right? So there were a bunch of things which we could have changed, like the layout, the way we talk to the customer, and what product we showed them. Now, using the data, I dug into uh, this website. I collected a lot of data. So, for example, things like pages people visited the most, how long they stayed, and where they dropped off before making a purchase. So I also looked at the customer feedback and the surveys to understand like what they like or found confusing. So one day we were debating whether to change the homepage layout. So one of the team members thought one way, and the other team members had a different ideas, different views. So in place of just guessing, I showed them the data. I point out that most people were leaving the site from a specific page, and changing the home page could help to keep them interested. So when we made the changes based on the data inside, we saw a significant increase in the time people spend on the site and a boost in the customer engagement. Most importantly, the number of people now making purchase went up. So the project was considered a success because we did not just make change randomly. We used data to guide us, and it works. So using a data insight is like having a map for your project. It helps you to make decisions that actually make a difference and lead to the success. So that's the answer. Let's move on. Okay. This is again somewhat related with solutioning part. So this is a situation where a technology solution you were involved is significantly impact the employee experience, and how do you measure success, and what adjustment did you make based on the feedback. Okay, so we introduced a learning management system, LMS, to centralize training materials and make learning more interactive. So the idea was to empower the employees to easily access the course, track their progress, and have a more engaging learning experience. So after implementing the LMS, employees were able to take courses at their own pace, access a variety of learning material, and even participate in discussion forums. So it was a significant shift from the traditional training methods and aiming to make learning enjoyable and tailored to our individual needs. So that was the impact on the employee experience. Now, to measure the success, we looked at the completion rate for the course, so the frequency of engagement in discussion forums, and we also conducted surveys to understand how employees felt about the new learning experience. So we wanted to ensure that they just not just participate, but a genuine satisfaction and a knowledge retention is more important. Okay, so we received a lot of valuable feedback through surveys and direct communication. Some employees found certain courses too lengthy and others wanted more interactive elements. So based on that, we revamped the content structure. So we introduced the shorter modules, and we also incorporated the gamified elements to make learning more fun and engaging. So for example, a compliance training module was initially quite text heavy, but after following a feedback, we collaborate with the training content team to create a more interactive scenario based approach. Now this not only made the content more digestible, but also improved the comprehension and the retention rate. So over the time, we observe a significant uptick in training completion rate, and of course people are now more actively participant on different forums, and they're having a positive sentiments in the employee feedback that we can sense. Now the adjustment made based on the employees input is play a crucial role in refining the LMS to better suit their learning preferences. So basically it's not about just implementing a technology, but continually refining it based on how employees are experiencing and benefiting from it. So that's a sample answer. Okay, so we are quick. We have many more questions left on this session. I just want to make sure a quick session with you. So I just made this video for you. But yeah, so stay tuned, and if you learned something new today, show your love by hitting that like button. And if there is anything you don't like, please drop us a comment with your suggestions for improvement. And of course, don't forget to share this with your fellow business analyst friend, colleagues. And thanks for being here. All the best. See you in the next video. Thank you, guys.